In this clip, we are going to use the consumer choice model to derive the demand function. This is necessary because, so far, we didn't have a theoretical underpinning of the so-called law of demand. We only use that empirical observation that if the price of a good increases, then the quantity demanded will reduce. Ceteris paribus, that is, if all other factors remain fixed. But this was just an observation and was not based on theory. We can use the consumer choice model, which is a theoretical model, to derive the demand function. So the consumer choice model will be the theory behind the law of demand. We do the derivation here only by graphical visualization. So we start with our product space with two goods x and y, but this time we will need another coordinate system where the horizontal axis is the same, that is the quantity of x consumed, but in the vertical axis of the second graph we have the price of x. With a starting price and given the price of y and the nominal income available, we can identify a budget constraint line. Using the indifference curve and our standard consumer choice theory, we find out that the optimal choice will have x1 quantity of x. So this will definitely be a point along the demand curve. We assume that the price of x increases. This makes the budget constraint line steeper than before. Now the consumer will be forced to choose along a lower indifference curve, achieving a lower level of utility, and the new optimal bundle will contain x2 quantity of x. This point is again an optimal point, so this will be along the demand curve. Let's look at the third point. Now the price of x increases even more. We have a new, even steeper budget constraint line, and now the optimal choice will have only x3 quantity of x. Now we have 3 points along the demand curve. The more points we have, the more precise we could be regarding the form of the demand curve. But if we are content with using only lines, then actually 2 points already would have been enough to identify the demand curve. Connecting these points would give you a demand curve, in this case a linear demand curve. And that is how you can use consumer choice model as a theory to derive the law of demand.